guys, behind me is my very own VX Calais. You guys have been asking for a little while now for me to make a video on it. This car has lots to offer, and I think it is actually a perfect P-plater car because, guys, you can do so much customization. There's quite a lot that I have to go over, so you guys get a full rundown, and if you want your Calais to look as clean as mine, follow these steps. Alright guys, so now we're going to take a look at what's under the hood of this. They did come with 3 options, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. An L36, which is a 3.8 litre V6 naturally aspirated. We all know them as Ecotechs. An L67, the 3800 as well, exact same motor basically. Bottom end upgrades. I think the whole motor's built around the supercharger, so it can handle a little bit of boost. And then you also have the LS1 now. Usually the price actually depends mainly on the motor and the condition of the body overall, because little things on these cars cost a lot. Like, for example, if I come over to the back here and take a look, straight away these can be worth from 50 to 100 bucks. This little chrome piece here is literally worth $200. I saw a listing on eBay today and I thought, that's ridiculous. It's literally a piece of plastic. That is why if you have one of these models, it is so important to take care of them, because the price is doing nothing but going up, and every little piece to a car like this is becoming rarer to find. Like, for example, as well, the roof lining in black like this is difficult to find, and so those little things that finish off the car are the hardest to find. So we've got to make sure we take care of things like these now. So if you're a P-plater or you're just looking for a clean daily, I recommend getting one of these, and I'm going to go through and show you exactly why. Let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to show you what's under the hood. So it is a pretty standard setup, but a lot of people like it. Alright, so this, if you guys don't know, is an L67. I haven't done a whole lot. I've kept it very minimal, only because these V6s, they don't make a lot of power. It costs you a lot of money, which personally, I don't see the point of it, which is why I bought an LS1. To get power out of that is so much more easier, and it is a bit more money for the certain parts, but the power gain you get from little things like extractors or an OTR and a proper tune is just worth it than what it is to do with an L67. What I have done to it is I put a standard 10-pound pulley off of Mace Engineering onto it. The stock boost is anywhere from 6 to 8 pounds, which isn't crazy, but just gives it that little bit more acceleration, and you can definitely feel it. Next, I've got a growler intake. All this thing does is for looks and for sound. It just makes the supercharger sound a lot louder. And I have also put a 2.5-inch catback X-Force exhaust on there. In terms of extractors, I haven't done that. I feel like the car will be way too loud and it'll just be excessive at that point. Yes, it might gain a little bit more power, but for the amount of droniness and noise it'll make for a daily driver, just not my preference. However, if you're looking for power, you should do it. I'm pretty sure X-Force is one of the most quietest setups I suppose you would get. Anything that makes a little bit more noise than what this does, I think would be excessive, and it'll just make it really annoying to drive. I can't handle listening to drony exhaust notes. Okay, next on the exterior, I'm going to go over the setup I have for the springs and also the wheels. So a pretty standard setup on all Commodores is to have your 20-inch walkies. These ones are chrome with the silver. I think that looks perfect on the Calais. Obviously, the little chrome accent around the outside here matches perfectly with all the badging, all the little chrome accents. I think it looks fantastic. So now, I have actually put double SL springs in the front here, even though you can see there's quite a bit of gap. That is because of the shocks. Now, the shocks, I have actually raised it up a little bit. They said it was for lowered Commodores. It's raised the car more than lowered it, if anything. I have never really had any issues running lowered springs on this car. So I've ordered new front shocks in. Also, the link pins have gone bad, so I'll do a full changeover on that, and I'll also make a video on that, because if you guys do own or want to buy one of these, I just want to prove to you guys why you should. It's so easy to maintain, and they're such easy cars to work on. And for the price that you can get them, it's worth it. I will probably be recording all the servicing I do to this car, all the little maintenance things I do. I have already ordered in $500 worth of parts. So the rears currently sitting on triple SL springs. As you can tell, it looks like it is scrubbing here, but it isn't. And all they have is a 3mm spacer on there. And honestly, it looks and rides great. Never scrubs. While we are over here, one of the cons of owning one of these 3rd generation Commodores is the fuel flap. The cable itself has snapped, and also the tab in there is actually broken off as well, so I'm gonna have to get that replaced. But for now, it stays like that. And literally once or twice a week, I'll have somebody pull up next to me and say, your fuel flap's open, and I'm just like, there's nothing I can do about it. That is something that needs replacing. I think what I saw is it's about $100 on eBay just to get the cable itself, and I haven't looked into fuel flaps yet, but I'll definitely need a new one, and also it'll probably need to be painted. A little bit of a side note as well, I have painted all the brake calipers to match the body. I just went to Super Cheap and got myself the matching paint code to that of the car. The rear ones are faded a little bit so they don't look as nice, but changing the front ones were a must. But that's what it looks like now. Yes, you can't notice it that much, but it makes a massive difference when it's actually matching the color of the car. Now, in terms of the interior, this is one of the best things about these cars is they're all interchangeable from the VT to VZ. You can do whatever you'd like in this interior. You can literally do a whole dash change if you're bothered enough, from a VT VX to a VY VZ. As I was mentioning, everything from a VT to VZ can be converted no matter what model, no matter anything, as long as it's based off a Commodore. I have put the Club Sport seats in here, which actually are a lot more comfortable. I have had a lot of people tell me that this is their preferred seat in here, and I've had stock seats that come with the car. I've had the Colsons in here, and now I have these, and these by far are the best rear seats that you can get. As for the front seats, the logo looks pretty cool. These are a bit old now. It has a little bit of extra support on the back and on the bottom of the seat as well. I think HSV seats work perfectly. They're also black, which matches the rest of the interior. So the last part of the car that I haven't gone over is the rear end. It has the VT Senator spoiler on it. It actually looks very nice with the car, and it's more of a sleek look, as well as the little roof spoiler here. You literally can't even tell it's there. Inside of the boot, you literally have all the room that you want for whatever you need. I picked this up for around $400. I thought it was a really good price and a really cool feature to have in the car. Also, there's plenty of room still left. Obviously I have my amp and all the wiring, it's a bit ugly back there, but I have battery jump pack here, I have a jack stand there in case anything goes wrong, and a bunch of tools. Another couple of key components I want to bring up with a Calais compared to that of another Commodore is the little accents, like the chrome badging everywhere. It makes it look really neat. Also the red with the silver, I think that finishes off the look great. I'm sure there's one question you're asking, what does it sound like? I'm just going to show you guys. You might not agree with me, but I don't think it sounds bad at all for a V6. It's obviously never going to sound as good as something like an LS, but it doesn't sound bad at all, I don't think. So we're going to take it for a little run now. Take it for a lap around the block, show you guys the full experience from the inside. So I'm going to set you up on the passenger seat and we'll be back. Alright guys, you're in my car now. We're just going to do a quick little lap. I'll put up all the windows so you don't hear wind noise except for my window, so there's a little bit of induction. Hopefully you don't get the wind as much. I'm going to give a perfect hit now. This car sounds sick. Hopefully there's not too much wind noise there, but I'll put up my window and do it again. You can't hear anything but the charger. I think it sounds great. Man, being a silly P-plater, obviously I'm not a P-plater now, but being a silly P-plater and going through those tunnels, all you want to hear is the engine noise. I forgot to mention all the speakers in here are upgraded. I believe they're Sony or Pioneer. So that includes the rear parcel shelf, the rear door and the front door speakers, as well as the sub. They're fantastic. So I don't know how well it's going to come through the mic, and I don't really want to get copyrighted, so I'll do a quick little 5 to 10 second clip here with the music playing. So don't be... You get Pioneer speakers. I think you get a pair for somewhere near $140. You buy 2 pairs of that for the front and rear. But like I said, the bass might be a little bit too much. If you can find the sweet spot with tuning, especially with these head units, you'll be fine. You won't have a single problem. So a lot of people who are auto electricians or specialize in car audio will be able to get that done without a single problem. So I definitely do recommend doing that. It changes the whole experience of driving your car, and I definitely recommend upgrading your speakers. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up the video there. I had to make my way home. It's 11:37 at night. I'm feeling pretty tired. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video because there's so much to come for this car. I want to go through all the maintenance and all the servicing that I do on this car because genuinely this is one of the nicest cars you can have on your Ps, and I believe it's so easy to maintain and service if you do it right. And me, I'm not a mechanic. I have no idea what I'm doing, but everything I have learned and done mechanically has been revolved around this car, and it's actually been very easy. And the craziest part is there's not many YouTube videos showing you how to do things on these cars. Comment down below if there's anything in particular you'd like to see between this car. There should be a video coming up soon of the Club Sport, and I will see you all in the next video.